Hi, I'm Kate Hahn, senior writer with TV Insider, talking to the cast of the Spectrum original series, Joe Pickett.
I was 12 when I decided this is what I want to do. And here I am.
Joe, I know how dangerous your job is. You have got to promise to be careful.
That's my middle name.
MichaelDorman, you play the lead character, Joe Pickett, who's a game warden who comes to a new posting, but it's not quite what he expected. Tell us about how he's a little bit different from the man who handled the job before him.
Well, I guess he's arrived at a really small town with his family. And, you know, small towns have their own rhythm. And I guess his rhythm is not like what's been put in place in the small town. So it creates a bit of a riff. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, someone winding up dead on their woodpile sort of sends him on this whodunit murder mystery. That's when the two of them sort of come together and, you know, start looking for clues.
The two of them, as in the previous game warden, played by David Alan Grier.
No, the two of them being Mary Beth and Joe.
Okay. So, Julianna, you play Mary Beth Pickett, who's a lawyer married to Joe, and they have two kids. Now, she's moved to a town where it seems like people don't use a peephole, they use a shotgun.
Mary Beth and Joe go on a journey together, starting in one place and winding up somewhere they never anticipated they would be at this point in their lives. And it was surprising to me when I read the scripts, and I think it will be surprising for audiences as well.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess it's the connection that they have that helps them navigate those, you know, unsteady, that unsteady terrain throughout that. And I guess I look at it like in life's journey, you know, if you can find a mate that has your back no matter what and allows you to be your true self, then, you know, you're always going to be faced with adversity, but together you can sort of tackle any problem. And that's what I love about Joe and Mary Beth.
Hi, Mustafa. It's on this really fascinating new show. You play a character that I've never seen on TV before. Tell us a little bit about Nate Romanowski. He's living an interesting life.
Sure. Nate is a very similar yet complex individual. So his background is he's an ex-special ops soldier, and he's also a master falconer. His work as a special ops soldier caused him to be a falconer. And now, as we find Nate Romanowski, he's living off the grid in Saddle String. And through his past turmoil and through his new relationships, we see a journey of complexity that he goes through.
Well, Nate also gets pulled into a murder case, and he's accused of something that he didn't do. How dangerous does it get for him?
Extremely dangerous. At that point, it's life or death. Because again, his complex background leads to a lot of different things. And so when he's in this cage, literally and figuratively, it becomes life or death and survival at its utmost. So he's leaning on a lot of things that he never would have otherwise.
You play a very fun character. She's great from the moment we meet her, Missy, who is Mary Beth Pickett's mom. Tell us a little bit about her.
Missy is very polished, but she didn't start that way. She has high standards because she came from a low place in life. She's been through a lot of men because relationships are not her forte, but they also were her option for making a better life for herself and her kids, her 3 kids. And she is, she's a survivor.
Now, what does she think of her daughter's choice in husbands?
Joepickett does not meet Missy's standards. And I think, frankly, reminds her too much of where she came from. And she knows that her daughter, Mary Beth, she poured all of the great expectations that she had for all 3 kids into the one who was gonna make it and go the furthest. And Mary Beth made a different choice. But Joe is somebody who is an underachiever in her eyes and can't quite see the what was so attractive about him. But I think that the audience hears a truth about Joe Pickett, which is being underestimated is his superpower. So, Missy just is not aware of how valuable this man is going to be to her eventually.
Yeah. Now on Joe Pickett, you play Vern Dunigan, who is the former game warden. He did his job a little bit differently than Joe does it. Describe Vern's philosophy for being a game warden.
Well, think of your average shady congressman currently serving. He shaves the edges a little bit. He's not Mr. By the Book. He's more, you have to change your view. If you really want to get along in this environment and survive as a game warden, you kind of have to be flexible, let us say. Okay, he's that's the dude, and he's been doing it for like over 25 years, so he knows everybody. Everybody knows him. It's typical small town. I bring the new guy in, and I try to give him the heads up. This is what we have. This is the town crazy person. These are the two nice old ladies. This is what you have to do. It's not always by the book, but it's how we do things.
How much danger does Vern find himself in as this story continues?
He finds there's peril, but I think for Vern, at least for most of it, at least for most of this first season, he feels that he's got everything under control. As a matter of fact, that is probably the one line my character says repeatedly. I got this. Don't worry. It's not a problem. It's just, let me do my thing. Assuaging everyone else's anxiety and fears. I got this. But we ultimately find out maybe he doesn't have it as well as he says he has.
Be sure to check out Joe Pickett on Spectrum. And for more TV Insider interviews, hit subscribe.